Hello, lovely people. My name is Aaron Loston. I'm a purpose-driven life and career coach, a learning strategist, emotional management coach, an author, and also an apostle of the gospel of Christ. My message is very brief but very instructive. We are in a time and season, I believe many people have not yet come to the realization of the times and seasons in which we find ourselves. Many are still waiting to go back to their normal way of doing things. But that is not what must happen. God could have prevented this pandemic from happening, but he allowed it for a reason. And the reason is simple. That man is on the path of disobedience. Man has devised his own system which has been in disobedience to God's plan and path for humanity. We have become opinionated to the things of God, the instructions of God, to our own wisdom and knowledge, which we acquire through the systems and structures we have designed for ourselves. Though the enemy meant it for evil, God's hand is turning things around for our good. But those who have ears to hear will understand the times and seasons in which we find ourselves. You see, for many adults, there's little we can do for them because their mind is already made up. They have been on a path and it will be very difficult for them to make amends. But one of the things God is laying on my heart, for which reason I'm making this video, is that there are two very important institutions we have to look at and restructure if indeed we want to rebuild a society in conformity with the purpose and plan of God for our lives and humanity. One of them is parenting. The second is the educational system. See, God in his infinite wisdom gave specific instructions without ambiguity that we should train the child the way he should go so that when he grows he will not depart from it. It means there is a path of God for every person. And there's a training that is unique to that child that the parent must apply in nurturing that child so that the child will naturally develop along those paths of natural potential and skills and fit into a career path and a life system that will make the child fruitful and productive on this earth. But for a very long time, we've relegated parenting to the background. Especially in our dispensation, we see parenting as having all the money, giving it to the child, attending the greatest school, the biggest school, the most expensive school, the most sophisticated structured school. And then we think that as long as they get the high grades for us, we are nurturing them very well. We give them all the gadgets they need, everything they need at their disposal, we give it to them. That is not parenting. Parenting is the ability to identify the natural potentials and behavior wiring of your child and nurture and instruct the child along those areas of natural behavior wiring, which is the nature of the child, so that your nurturing does not rewind the nature of the child to someone who or she is not. Because as a life coach, I've met many people that have coached, and believe you me, at the point in life where they need to release their potential, you realize that parenting has rewired them into different people they are not. So I have to take time to really be on them, to be coaching and guiding them until some of them are really ready to rewind and walk on the path of purpose God has naturally wired for them. Look, that is not an easy process. So God is instructing us that, look, humanity has been in disobedience outside the path of purpose for our lives. He's pausing our ways of activities so that we can sit and do what is needful. There is a need to rewrite the wrongs. And one of the ways to rewrite the wrongs is parenting. Your child is unique. Like in Judges chapter 13, Manoah and Samson's mother asked a very intelligent question. They asked the angel, what is the instruction concerning the child's training and work? It means every child has a unique set of behaviors, and every parent must know the right instruction to nurture the child along in order to pursue careers on this earth and become functional adults who are fulfilled and in line with obedience to God's will and power for their lives. So God speaks to us as parents, but the systems and structures of this world doesn't give us the room to listen, to pay attention, and to do what is needful. So we relegate our duties to the background and allow other people to do it for us. And because they are also not the ones who the instruction is given, they don't know how to nurture our children. So our children spend much of their activities in the school system and less with maybe mates and other siblings at home. So if parenting gets it right, believe you me, we'll be in the position of nurturing our children along the path of obedience of God's will for their lives. The other institution which I made mention of, the educational system. You see, the mind is God's greatest asset He has given to humanity. It is through the power of the mind that theories come about, inventions come about, prophecies are released on this earth. And to the end of this world, the mind is the only most powerful medium through which God downloads His secrets and truth to humanity. He does that through the organ He has created in our bodies called the brain. So the brain functions effectively as long as the mind is nurtured and developed to pay attention to details, analyze, critical, synthesize, communicate, etc. and etc. Look, the role of the school system is not only getting higher grades and priding ourselves in careers we are pursuing and will be pursuing because of the courses we are studying and the first class we've gotten. No. The school system is there to nurture our minds and brain. See, that is the only system intentionally designed to develop the brain faculty. Because from creche, so you complete university, whatever course you are doing, it is meant to develop your critical analysis. It is meant to develop the power of your brain. It is meant to develop your critical thinking skills. So when we don't start doing what education must do for our children, if we don't start enforcing what must be done in the education system and we only relegate it to the first class, learning to reproduce the same thing and saying you are clever because you can easily replay whatever you have stored in mind and all those things. Master, we are not going anywhere. But this is the time to identify the unique learning style of every child, because the unique learning style helps you understand the natural thinking pattern of the child and what to do to enhance the thinking ability of the child over time. So that when the child is learning, it's not only learning to store and reproduce, but it's learning to analyze, to synthesize, to critically understand what is it that I'm learning. How does what I'm learning applicable to my real life environment? And how do I apply it to enhance the quality of life? This is the role the education system has to play. I want to challenge us that this pandemic is not for evil, but God meant it for good. He allowed it for good, so that we can pause from our wayward lives and do what is needful. Therefore, I challenge everyone. Let's take personal responsibility of the nurturing of our children. No matter how busy you are, let's take personal responsibility of knowing the natural behavior pattern of our children, their potentials and skills, and nurture them along the path of purpose. In the school system, let's engage with our school authorities, our teachers, not to rush our children in just reproducing same, but to really develop their critical thinking skills by engaging the mind, enhancing the power of the mind and the quality of the brain. God bless you for listening to me. I'm a life coach and I have a program I do called Time with Your Life Coach. Time with Your Life Coach. It's on Mondays and Tuesdays. Every Monday and Tuesday from 10 to 3 p.m. I allow people to call in for coaching and guidance. It is tele-coaching. You just pick our number, you call. We slot a time for you to engage you. You call around that time and we'll help you along all these areas I've spoken about and more. All is targeted to letting us amend our ways and realign our path along the path of purpose God has wired for our lives. The number to call is 0242 548430 plus 233 242 548430. You can either send a WhatsApp or give us a straight call and we will engage you. My consult is Aaron Lawstone. It's Lawstone Life Coaching Consult, and my ministry is Aaron Lawstone Ministries. And I believe this is the time to make amends and correct the wrongs. God bless you for listening. Stay blessed.